back to the Once a Week kitchen. Today, after several requests from viewers, I'm going to make hot cross buns. Now I'm going to be perfectly honest here, I've never made hot cross buns before because I'm more of a savoury cook. So I found a nice recipe online and I'm going to have a go. So I hope you'll bear with me and I hope it works out fine. Right, hot cross buns. In the bowl I've got 4 cups of plain flour and 1.5 teaspoonfuls of mixed spice and a pinch of salt. A tablespoonful of dried yeast, I'm going to chuck that in there. 1/4 cup of caster sugar, and we're going to give this a good mix. Just to get these all evenly stirred in. I'm going to put into that 1.5 cups of currants. Again, a good old mix. For that's the dry ingredients. For the liquids, I've got 1.5 ounces of butter and 300 ml of milk. Now I'm going to warm these gently so that the butter melts and the mixture becomes lukewarm. So I'm warming those in the pan. And I've got 2 beaten eggs. So we're going to mix the eggs with the warm liquid and then mix the whole thing together and knead it once it's into a nice dough. Right, the butter's melted now. I'm going to stir in the eggs. And we're going to put this mixture into the bowl and give it a good old mix. So this is quite a sticky dough. So I'm going to turn it onto a floured board now and knead it. It is a bit sticky, so you need to use a little bit of flour just to knead it with. So you're kneading it with this part of your hand. Where is it? There. The heel of your hand. You won't be frightened to add more flour. If it's still too sticky, it'll soon become smooth. So we're going to knead this for about 6 minutes. Right, the dough's lovely and smooth now. Feels very elastic. So I'm popping it in the bowl. I'm going to cover it with a sheet of cling film which I'm going to brush with oil first, lightly. And then we're going to put it in a warm place for about an hour to until it doubles in size. So that's the cling film over. I've oiled it lightly with my fingers. The reason we do that is in case the dough rises up and sticks to it, it'll stop that. So I'm going to leave it for an hour. It's nice and warm in the kitchen, so it should double in size. Right, the dough's doubled in size now. It's taken about an hour and a half. So I'm just going to tip it out onto a floured surface and knead it again to get it back to its original size. It's very sticky. A little bit more flour. That's about back to its original size. Put the dough now into 12 pieces. Shape each piece into a little ball. You need to leave space between them because they will rise again. This is a good non-stick baking sheet, by the way. If your sheets are not very good, you need to line the sheet with baking parchment just to make sure they don't stick. To make the paste for the crosses on the hot cross buns, I've got half a cup of plain flour and 4 tablespoonfuls of water, and I'm going to mix this to a paste. So I'm going to pop the paste into a piping bag with a round hole, not the tiniest round hole, the next size up. And we're going to pipe the crosses on top of the buns. I'm going to repeat that with each bun until they've all got a cross on top. I'm going to pop the buns in the warm place again to rise for 30 minutes. The hot cross buns have all had a second rise in now, and they've all been piped with a cross, so I'm going to pop them in the oven at 190 centigrade, which is the same as 375 Fahrenheit, or equivalent to gas mark 5. I'm going to bake them for about 20 minutes or until they cook through. While the hot cross buns are baking in the oven, I've got 2 ounces of caster sugar here, and I'm going to dissolve it in 1/4 cup of boiling water. This is for the glaze that makes the buns nice and sticky. And to stir it till it dissolves, and then we're going to brush each bun with it immediately when it comes out of the oven. Right, the buns are out now. They've actually only taken about 15 minutes, so put them on the tray to cool. So that's mate 12. Nice and brown underneath as well. So I'm quite pleased with those for a first attempt. Not bad. I'm sure one of these will go down very well with a nice cup of coffee or tea. So there you go, hot cross buns. Sorry it's taken so long, but I have been busy at work. I do hope you'll have a go in time for Easter, because these are much bigger and more substantial looking than the ones you buy in the shops. So there you go, have a go. I'm sure it'll be well worth it. See you later, bye.